There's one more thing I wanted to tell individuals. You ever seen that movie? It's called Titans or something. It's not Clash of the Titans. It's called Titan something, where Poseidon and Zeus. Well, you know me. But say for instance, even my children took partake in it in their physics. Movie where there was a Poseidon dived in the water, and then he overflooded the city, and then the tar went all over the complex. Now, and then next thing you know, it looked like they bathed and dipped in tar, or might have people in their physics that's following certain metaphysics or certain mythology metaphysics to their physical reality. Seems like they were dipped in tar, and then they had to bathe it off of them, because I got tattoos. So in the same way, and then on top of it, the impulses, like you might have a person, is there something like it's called Immortals. The movie's called Immortals. You might have a person that's like, say for instance, not the underworld, but you might have some people that wants to substitute the reality of the Empress, of the reading they getting fed, and the reasons of their existence to their nourishment, even of the heart, a certain type of way that goes through certain physics a certain type of way, or the outer regard of a person's body, where they dipped in tar or dipped it in a black oil or a black oil element, where a person's recovering their physics, and then next thing you know, they're just following the physics of the physical reality of the guidance of the individual. And I got tattoos, so some people might not want to get hurt, so they follow certain procedures a certain type of way, even in movies, to in entertainment, where one of the children was being, in the Immortals in the movie, one of the children was being grown up to be a god, or to be something like a god, because he was admired by, you know me, but he was admired by Zeus. And then on top of it, when he was going through his procedures, he was dipped in tar a certain type of way, because he was following a certain physics, and he didn't want to be hurt, to take on a certain energy or habitation of a certain type of mythology, physics in life. And then next thing you know, they just go about it a safe way, for they won't be inconvenienced by another person that doesn't know physics and tries to kill them on a level of metaphysics or physics of the physical reality, because of certain things. Just like I was telling you with this mineral element, it's like when I take a shower sometimes, or because I sweat, it causes certain minerals, because the reasons of the cause is because of me, because my high chemistry of my humane condition of my body, it makes elements also, and reflects, and also refines. So you got certain people that follow certain procedures, just like when I was in North Dakota. Individuals put sand rocks on the floor, and then they threw tar above the sand rocks. You know what I'm saying? All in North Dakota on 3rd Avenue, or what was it? 3rd Avenue, between 5th Northeast all the way to 8th Northeast. They had through nothing but sand rocks. It was like a trillion sand rocks in the street they put down, and then they threw tar over it to cover it. You know what I'm saying? To cover the sand rocks. And then people were racing on this, peeling out motorcycles. That was in North Dakota. But the same thing, even a person following physics a certain type of way, because they didn't know their physics to their physical, they didn't know the physics to their physical reality. And then they followed the procedure a certain type of way so they wouldn't get hurt. All right, no way. So they followed the procedure so they wouldn't get hurt a certain type of way. So a person, because I got tattoos also, so a person won't get hurt a certain type of way in the physical reality when it comes to other individuals and the metaphysics that they do of their physics. Same thing, because another person is not looking upon it on a high level of mythology, like in the movie, because a person's supposed to fulfill certain metaphysics if they're meant to, especially if they're ordained to. And if a person complicates that in their life, it's offset in the natural order, and it causes the end of the world, because you have other people. And look, as I'm saying this, look, you have certain people following certain codes of their mythology or to their metaphysics or to their physics a certain type of way, and then causing demoralization. And then, you know, mythology is materializing of one's intent of higher origin of guidance, even in the physical reality. So if you have a person trying to substitute it and trying to do certain things, those are people that's ending the world, because those are people of greed. It's like greed and gluttony. That's why you have signs of greed and gluttony all over the world with certain people's mentality. And then you see the type of motivation or or not motivation of ambition that they have. Now I have to use the correct vocabulary. Ambition that they have a certain type of way, because when I say ambition, it's just like Bishop and Juice. If you ever seen the movie Juice, you know what I'm saying? No, and not ambition and Juice. Or you ever seen the movie White Man? No, what was it? That Uptown movie when Tupac cut the nigga in the park and he had slashed his face and stuff, and he was like, I just don't give a fuck. And and also in Juice, when he was beefing with Radamez because of other things that happened. So you have certain people following certain ethic codes. Just like I told you, I gotta follow certain procedures. You got people that was put away in life and certain things happened to them in physics, and they gotta follow the procedure because they knew their mentality at the time. And if their mentality excels, they gotta be one up on the person through time, for certain things won't happen. So they're a historical event. So you gotta look at the things that's going on a certain type of way. It's the same thing about my children. Gotta follow their procedures in a paradigm in the physical reality. Even if a person, because you don't want a person manipulating physics and then tell you one thing and then they go do another thing to another time, and then all type of situations happen because they're not me, so they can't do certain things. So literally, so you know, you gotta be real and think about the certain situations that's going on. But like I said, I got tattoos, so some people dipping themselves in tar and then they wondering why. And you know, I got tattoos that say certain things, and certain things play out a certain type of way. Even down when it comes to the oceans and you know, certain waters of individual sacred temples, just like when I brought back John the Baptist temple and all the other temples before that manifested. It was a manifestation in certain places to certain temples and certain structures that reappeared. Like, you know, that people thought was destroyed, that reappeared in certain things. Another person got to know about these things before certain things happen a certain type of way, and it complicates people's life. And then you got to know about the procedures that another person follows a certain type of way, because they're going to follow the physics of the procedures of their mythology in the paradigm of time. So, you know, another person is being safe about the way they go about it, just like the movie Immortals. And then, you know, the girl that looked like India, that was just following her procedures a certain type of way when it came to her physical reality of providing evidence to people that I was a real husband, even on camera, to their metaphysics and all type of other situations that people tried to blank out. So, you know, because other people want to be heartless, they wanted to be heartless, but you're going to have people that is kind-minded, that's going to realize what's going on, and then they're going to correct the situations and the mistakes that people's trying to make, or that made mistakes already, but for the world could go back in order to the way things are going to be. And then you're going to have those people that just wants to see the destruction in the paradigm, because they're following the procedures of certain things that was carried out in physics to certain individuals' physical reality, while the metaphysical energy was on upon a person. So you got to be very careful in the paradigm of time with certain people. I'm just warning you a certain type of way, so another person doesn't be slothful and they don't realize what's going on, what you're supposed to realize. But that's all I'm going to say a certain type of way right now, because I just got up in the morning, I just came outside for some fresh air. And then, you know, I hope y'all still have a good day and everything that goes about certain things to those that's supposed to have a wonderful day. But to those that's not supposed to have a wonderful day, that's just trying to cause the end of the world in turmoil, then I hope when your reflection to what you even did to your empresses and me, your own parent, your father, I hope it reflects in your life to what you did to yourself. And then don't say sorry when you learning life lessons and you realize that you fucked up. But when the other people that's wonderful that didn't fuck up, you just continue and just do the things that you're supposed to do. Love one. That's all I can say. Me, Ralph Lane, JR.